The moment a round of Die of Death begins, survivors are placed into uncertainty. Unlike many Roblox games that let players choose a class, weapon, or role ahead of time, Die of Death removes that sense of preparation completely. Every survivor starts the same, with no guaranteed strength and no fixed identity. What defines them is the randomized ability system, which immediately forces players to adapt. At the start of each match, survivors are shown ability cards and must choose which tools they will rely on. Knowing those choices will shape their entire experience for that round. Abilities are the core of survivor identity. Some abilities allow survivors to briefly stun the killer at close range, creating tense moments where timing means everything. These abilities are risky, because using them too early can waste the opportunity, and using them too late can result in instant elimination. Other abilities work from a distance, giving survivors a safer way to interrupt the killer, but they often come with drawbacks such as reload times, limited uses, or long cooldowns that force careful decision-making. Defensive abilities reward calm and precision. These abilities usually require perfect timing to activate, blocking damage only if used at the exact right moment. When successful, they can save a survivor or even turn a chase around. But failure often leaves the player completely exposed. There are also abilities focused on movement and stealth. Temporary invisibility allows survivors to escape or reposition, but it usually slows movement or lasts only a few seconds. Speed-based abilities create distance quickly, but often leave survivors vulnerable once the effect ends. Support abilities play a huge role in shaping how survivors interact with each other. Some survivors gain the ability to place pads that heal teammates or boost their movement speed. These survivors often become central figures during a match, guiding others through dangerous routes or helping injured teammates recover just enough to stay alive. Over time, players naturally fall into roles based on what abilities they have, even though no roles are officially assigned. What truly makes survivors feel like characters is their vulnerability. They are not meant to defeat the killer directly. Survival depends on awareness, timing, positioning, and cooperation. Panic is punished, while patience is rewarded. A single mistake can undo several minutes of careful play. When a survivor successfully saves a teammate or narrowly escapes a chase, it feels earned because the game never gives those moments freely. Through these mechanics, Die of Death turns simple survivors into tense, memorable characters defined by how they react under pressure, while survivors constantly change roles. Killers are the most defined characters in Die of Death. The moment a killer is revealed, the entire tone of the match shifts. Each killer has a consistent identity and a unique way of controlling the game, forcing survivors to immediately rethink how they move, when they use abilities, and where they choose to run. Killers do not adapt to survivors, survivors adapt to killers. Some killers are designed for speed and relentless pursuit. These killers pressure survivors non-stop, quickly closing distance and punishing hesitation. Playing against them feels overwhelming, as survivors are rarely given time to stop or recover. Other killers focus less on speed and more on control. They place devices, traps, or objects around the map that restrict movement and slowly remove safe options. These killers feel oppressive, forcing survivors into mistakes rather than directly chasing them down. Certain killers grow stronger when survivors rely too heavily on their abilities. This creates a dangerous risk-reward dynamic where the very tools meant to keep survivors alive can also empower the killer. Other killers specialize in ranged pressure or area denial, controlling large sections of the map and forcing survivors into narrow paths where escape becomes difficult. Because each killer behaves differently, learning their patterns is essential for survival. A strategy that works against one killer may completely fail against another. Maps amplify killer identity even further. Some maps are wide and open, offering long sightlines but very little cover. These maps allow killers to apply pressure easily and punish survivors who misjudge distance. Other maps are tight and enclosed, filled with narrow corridors and corners that limit escape options and favor traps or ambushes. Simple maps offer almost no hiding spots, while more complex maps reward smart movement and awareness. Certain killers feel especially dangerous on specific maps, strengthening their personality and presence. Together, killers and maps ensure that no two rounds ever feel the same. Every match demands adaptation, and comfort quickly turns into danger. The gameplay flow of Die of Death is simple on the surface, but unforgiving once a match begins. Survivors spawn into the map, choose their abilities, and are immediately placed under pressure. There is very little downtime from the first moments of a round. Players must stay alert, track the killer's movements, and plan escape routes ahead of time. Comfort never lasts long, and hesitation is often punished. As the match continues, survivors are eliminated one by one, and the balance of the game shifts. With fewer teammates alive, there are fewer abilities available to help others and fewer distractions for the killer. This makes late-game situations especially tense. Every decision becomes more important, and a single mistake can end several minutes of careful play. Rounds are short, which makes the game easy to replay but harsh on errors. There are no second chances once an ability is wasted or a route is misjudged. A missed stun, a poorly timed block, or a wrong turn can end a run instantly. Instead of relying on upgrades or permanent progress, the game encourages players to improve through experience, learning timing and awareness through repeated matches. Because abilities and killers change from round to round, no two games feel the same. One match may feel controlled and strategic, while the next feels chaotic and desperate. This unpredictability keeps the gameplay loop fresh and forces players to stay adaptable rather than relying on memorized strategies. Music and sound design play a major role in building tension. Fast-paced music grows more intense as danger increases, making the killer feel closer even when not visible. Sound cues warn players of nearby threats, ability usage, or sudden changes in the environment. Many experienced players rely heavily on audio, reacting to what they hear before they see anything on screen. What makes Die of Death stand out is how it creates strong emotional moments without story or dialogue. Survivors feel fragile and constantly pressured, while killers feel dominant and unavoidable. Every round becomes a short story shaped by movement, timing, and split-second decisions. That constant tension, combined with unpredictable outcomes, is what makes Die of Death such a memorable Roblox experience.